Does Australia have any hope in hell to beat Ireland in the final game of the Autumn Nations? Personally, I can't see this happening. Ireland are just too well drilled. They are strong as all bloody hell from their forwards to their backs, having players like Van der Fleer, Doris. They have James Lowe. They have, I'm always going to butcher this guy's name, Bierny, McCarthy, and the list is just boom, 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 boom. Absolute monsters upon monsters upon monsters. So I can't see anything past Ireland absolutely dominating Australia in this test. But like I said, you never know with Australia. They could pull up their socks and, really make a miracle work. But unfortunately, I do feel that for Australia to get anything out of this game, they had better find any sort of deity physically possible and pray to him, her, they, them, whoever. I don't care, because Ireland are coming in strong. They are coming in hard, very hard, because they about to bend over Australia and show them who's daddy. I can't see anything past Ireland. They are going to be running a strong squad. They're going to want to leave the year off with an absolute banger. And this is as far as I can see now. We are still waiting for the lineups to be announced. Once the lineups are announced, I will be making videos for both Australia and Ireland. Can't wait to see what the lineups are going to be. You never know. Ireland might decide to rest a couple of players, give a couple other players some game time, considering it is the last game of the Autumn Nations. It is kind of the last game of the season or of the year, and they might just want to rotate a little bit, considering Australia. But Australia did have a pretty good Autumn Nations, considering. I mean, we look at Australia's last couple games, right? So they lost to Scotland 27-13. That was just humiliating, but Scotland did play well. They beat Wales 52-20, not much of an accomplishment. They then beat England 42-37, which that really... They played well. Let's not knock them. They played well, but it was up against a very inconsistent England squad. And then we going back into September, where they lost to New Zealand twice. They lost to Argentina. So all in all, they haven't exactly had the best of game sets. Whereas now we look into Ireland. So they destroyed Fiji 52-17. They beat Argentina 22-19. They lost to New Zealand 23-13, but that's not a very regular occurrence. They then beat, now we're going back into July, they beat South Africa 25-24, and then the week prior to that, they lost to South Africa 27-20. So you look at the records, Ireland have a much better track record than Australia, but Ireland, I feel, are just the stronger side in every single aspect. So it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a game where you're going to be thinking who's going to win. I'm pretty certain Ireland is just going to run away with it. It's just going to come down to watching an absolute spectacle and watching a brilliant game of rugby unfold, because you are going to see a lot of the Irish players play with a lot more freedom, playing without the stress. And I don't think Australia's going to have the same, because Australia are going to want to come in, putting in a lot of pressure. They're going to want to be coming in, trying to make Ireland make mistakes and try to get as many points off as physically possible, because at the end of the day, they haven't exactly had the best 2024. They're going to want to go into the new year with a bang, beating Ireland. But personally, I can't see that happening. Ireland are just too strong. Doris, he's going to dictate the game. He's going to dictate the tempo. He's going to be breaking lines, and he's just going to be finding a hell of a lot of space everywhere. And then having players like James Lowe, who he's just, you know, positionally he's an absolute genius, and he likes to take that ball and he likes to run with it. So you're going to see a lot of yards gained, and yeah, I think Ireland are going to come in. They're going to play with a lot of freedom. They're going to play with the knowledge of, look, we've had a good season. We're going to go into this game with confidence and, you know, a bit of flair. So this is why I say this is going to be a game to watch as a spectacle. It's not going to be one of these high intense games. It's going to be a spectacle. You want to watch some really, really good rugby unfold. This is the game to watch. So for all you international rugby fans, this is not a game that you want to miss. It's a game that's going to be high intensity. I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very high scoring game. Plus, this is also going to allow Ireland to start working up those points to catch up to South Africa. South Africa are still only a 2-point difference, as Ireland are now second. But we've all seen how quickly things change. All it takes is a couple of games here and there, boof, Ireland's number one again. And we've all seen Ireland over the past couple of years have been number one fairly consistently. But yeah, next year is going to be an interesting year to see, because I think it was just this year alone, the Springboks, they've rotated around 50 players that have played for the Springboks this year in all different amounts of positions. So it's going to be an interesting year for Ireland next year. We want to see kind of what kind of players they're bringing through the ranks, you know, who's going to be fighting for positions, who's going to be able to maintain their starting positions, injuries and things like that, because that's going to make up a very, very big part of the game, especially with club rugby going on as well. It's going to be very, very interesting. So let me know what your thoughts are on the game. Let me know your guys' score predictions. I feel it's going to be a riot, and I think Ireland is going to win by at least 35 points. And I say at least 35 points. I can't see Australia scoring anything more than 15 to 20 points. And yeah, Ireland is going to take it. They're going to run away with it. I'm saying 2 penalties and a try within the first 15 minutes for Ireland. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you, Wallabies. Let me know what your thoughts are, and if there's any players in particular that you think will be able to make a difference for your side against Ireland. And I would love to hear if any of you think that I am wrong in the way I'm thinking over Ireland absolutely dominating Australia. And I might get a bit of slack from this from the Australians, but you got to look at this realistically. Ireland are just too strong. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys do want to see more rugby content, please like and subscribe. It really does help my content. Well, it helps my channel grow and allows me to provide you guys with the best content possible. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.